what's up? Hey, it's Titus Das here live. I'm here to introduce you to the one and the only Aubrianna Gonzales. She's here today to perform her skit on what is leadership. So please give a big, big round of applause to Aubrianna Gonzales. Wearing my hot dog costume tonight for you guys. Just wanted to look a little classy, fancy. But yeah, I'm here tonight to talk to you guys about leadership. I don't know why. I just kind of felt it in my heart today and was like, I'm gonna go with it. So here we go. What is leadership? You know, it's funny because it's always one of those questions like, define this word without using the word to define it. It's like, how do you define leadership without saying, oh, like, you got a leader? You know, you can't really do that. So, but, you know, being a leader, there's a lot of components that go into leadership itself, you know, and so I think one important aspect is definitely a sense of selflessness. The leader has a sense of selflessness because you kind of have to put your own, like, needs, wants, desires, push them aside so that you can think about, so it's, you know, sense of selflessness. They also, like I mentioned, they have a vision. They have a vision for their organization or whatever they're being leaders of, you know. Like they have, they can see the bigger picture. They know how they can formulate the steps to get there as well. Another thing I think that's important is inclusivity, being inclusive to all, any and everyone, anyone that's interested in joining your cause, your organization. It's very important to be inclusive. Otherwise, you're going to lose people because they're going to feel left out. And another part of that is kind of being relatable. Kind of, I feel like leaders usually have a good charismatic personality. Like they're relatable. People can relate to them, and they're just more of like, you know, people persons. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. But they also, you know, they can utilize empathetic listening, which is very important whenever, you know, just if there are problems arise within the organization or problems that you're confronted with, like you need to be able to hear other people's sides, like not only listen to what you think is right, like take other people's opinions as well. And they also have an open mind, you know, they're not afraid to listen to what others have to say. And another big part is, I would say, being a team player, because you don't want to try to bring others down in the process of, you know, bringing your organization, your goal, you know, bringing them up, because that's just, you know, it's not cool. So I think that they're definitely a team player. They realize everybody has value, even themselves. Another thing that's important is reliability, because if you can't be a good leader if you're not reliable, if people can't count on you, if they can't trust you. Another thing is that they take action. They don't just, you know, sit on their bosoms or their buns. They get up and they do something about it. About the whatever problem they have or whatever next step they need to take within their organization to reach their goal. They aren't afraid to take action, to take risks. And another part of that is being able to take responsibility for your actions, even if they maybe don't go the way you intended to. And it kind of brings you back to square one. Like, it's all right, but, you know, they take responsibility for that. But, you know, these are just a few things of, like, the many, many components of leadership. These are just a few that came to my mind immediately when I came out to do this skit for you all. But I just wanted to round out with this quote that I think kind of, it helps me be a better leader, I feel like, personally, because it's a quote from Sheryl Sandberg in her book, Lean In, and I believe she rounds out the first chapter, the introduction, and she asks herself, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And then she goes and does it. So, like, hey, that's awesome. So, you know, you're a little fearful, like, that's okay. That means you have something to lose, you know, but just use that and ask yourself, like, what would I do if I weren't afraid, if I knew I could do this, like, without any, like, you know, failures, what would I really do? And then just go do that, because you're never going to know unless you try, guys. So, yeah, that's me being inspirational and educational for you today. Thank you very much, and I'll be here next week.